you're using SambaPOS 5 and you're not tracking your inventory because you think it's complicated, in less than 2 minutes, I'm going to show you how to track your inventory on SambaPOS 5 seamlessly. So let's get straight into the video. So we are on the SambaPOS 5 dashboard. If yours don't look like this, it's probably mean you're using an older version. When creating inventory in SambaPOS 5, we usually have the inventory item and the recipe. So now you may say, what is inventory item? Inventory items are the product itself. Samba sees it as the product itself, while the recipe is the end product. Now, what do I mean by the product? You could the product could be, you're doing burger, for example. You have the meat, you have the buns and all that. Those are the items used to create burger. So what is the recipe? The recipe becomes the burger. But now that's for one to make inventory. But then even if it's for, let's say, a Coca-Cola, you put that Coke as an inventory item, then create a recipe for you to actually start to deduct on the inventory. So now what SambaPOS 5 does is, for those inventory that are one-to-one, meaning just one is coming and one is leaving, it has created an express way for you to actually create that in SambaPOS 5, which will take you less than 1 minute in doing that. So this is how the process actually works. So when you click on manage, you click on inventory, you come down to recipe. So once you click on recipe, you click on create recipe. Now you're not going to be adding recipe, you're going to be creating the recipe. So you click on create recipe. So in this case, I just want to I want to track my beverages. So I click on the group code beverage. That's why it's very vital when creating a product to put the accurate group code. So I click on OK. Now these are everything I want to track. Let's say I don't want to track the latte. I just uncheck this. And once I click on OK, now before I do this, you will realize that all my inventory item is empty. So at the point of creating a recipe, the inventory items are going to be created as well. So let's go back and look at that. So I come to recipe, create recipe, choose the group code beverage, then you click on OK. It shows you all the products under that beverage. Now there are some cases where you don't see it there. If you don't see it there, you just have to create the normal process, or you click on find missing recipe. That will be in another video. Then you click on let's say I don't want to track latte. I can uncheck latte, and I'm just going to track this that are here, and I click on OK. You see that my recipes has been created. Not only have my recipes been created, if I should come to my inventory item, let's go to the inventory item, I'm going to see that it has created the items on the inventory items. Very seamless process. And now when you go to your warehouse, let's click on the warehouse, you see that I have all this here. Now what happens a lot of times is that because I have not added quantity yet, that is why we are seeing it empty. So if you look here, we have in stock. In stock basically means that this is what we have currently in stock, and this in stock always reflects at the end of the work period. When you've ended your work period, when you're about to start the new work period, all the stock, the quantity left appears on the stock. When you buy new products, more on the purchase, is very easy to understand. This is where all purchase product stays. This is where costing stays. Then the consumption. Let's say I have 10 and I've consumed 5. It tells you, oh, I've consumed 5. And what do you have left? The inventory prediction is what you have left for that, which is going to appear here. So in this case, I'm just going to sell, and let's see how that will reflect on the warehouse. On my point of sale, let's say I'm going to sell a milk. I'm going to sell 2 coffee, and I'm going to sell a cappuccino. So to get your point of sale looking like this, you can watch my previous videos to get to your point of sale screen looking this way. So I'm just going to close this table, and let's go back to our warehouse. So if I click on the warehouse, I'm going to see that I've consumed 1 cappuccino, I've consumed 1 milk, and I've consumed 2 coffee, which is telling me my inventory prediction is giving me -1. Now, on a normal sense, you're not supposed to have a minus in your inventory, but in this case, you're having a minus because we didn't have any quantity before, and now we have sold some items. It's giving us a negative sign. So this is basically how to create your inventory in SambaPOS 5 for your one-to-one inventory. The next video we'll be talking about how to create the inventory item separate and the recipe separate. If you have any question, let me know. Apart from that, see you in the next video.